my name is Satya. I'm from Group 5, and here I am with a scientist. Kyla, can you tell me what test you are collecting?
Yeah, we are sampling the water here from this river, and what we're looking for is sampling the pH, which is the hydrogen and hydroxide ions present in the water, the electrical conductivity, which is how many ions in different forms are present, as well as dissolved oxygen, which is how much oxygen is in the water. And then we're also recording temperature as well. And then we had the students filtering a sample for iron. And so we filter it through a certain size filter to get out sediment as well as larger iron particles. And then we're going to take it back to the lab and test it. Right now we're going to test for the iron in the water. So how much dissolved iron.
And why do you do this test?
We're trying to figure out how much iron is coming out from under the ice sheet and going into the ocean.
I am getting
Because we're gonna jump out, so just switching around and then jump out.
flowing part of the river.
The whole thing. Right now, we've just collected a sample from the water, and then we are preserving it by filling formaldehyde in it as well. We have just sealed ours and put it in our bags. So.
I am putting water through this filter, kind of.
Why?
So that we can test it for iron.
Today we are at the glacier with some scientists, and we just took some samples from the meltwater. We filter it to measure the iron concentration, and we also measured the pH and the dissolved oxygen and the temperature and the electrical conductivity.
Results from water samples. The students from glacial Science Field School attended scientists, measuring the iron concentration from the ice sheet meltwater. They filtered water samples and then treated them with chemicals that complex the iron, and it turned into a compound that an equipment can read off of in a certain wavelength. And they measured it against a calibration curve. Then they had a known amount of iron and formed a line in a calibration curve and read the sample against that. Then determined the amounts of iron in the sample. Group 1 had 4.26 parts per billion concentration of iron, and Group 2 had 4.74 parts per billion concentration of iron. After treatment with alcohol and other chemicals, the other research on microbes on meltwater shows in a microscope that the considered results on microbes were lower than expected. But it was understandable because the water is cooler than any other, meaning the microbes has gotten less because most of them were purified by the cold water.